redneck with your book. Spit that shit out, man.
Do you want to form an alliance with me?
Absolutely, I do. Good.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
Oh my God, I did not think he was going to do that. That scared me. That actually scared me a little bit.
It's called Two Brothers. Two Brothers. It's just called Two Brothers.
Welcome to another episode of Two Brothers, and man, it's been a while since I've heard this, but it's Two Brothers.
And a black guy.
Yes.
We are joined once again by our good friend Maurice,
What's
an
up,
OG guest on this
Right, the
podcast.
OG one.
The first
Right?
I think the first guest
The
on the
first
podcast,
guest
dude.
on
The
this
college
podcast,
perspective, right? Oh my
Yeah.
God. We're old, y'all.
I know,
Shit.
it's been, what,
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Let's just say 3, because I feel
Nah,
that's
man,
too
it's
long.
4.
It feels
It's 4.
too
You
long.
can say what you want, but the
Feels too
calendar
long.
says 4, okay? All right.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we recorded with Maurice. I figured, we'll do another one of these 1v1 battles that me and Edgar, we enjoy doing. Maurice enjoys hosting it.
Yes.
I know that it kind of lands well with the people who listen to it. So
Yeah, it does pretty well.
It does pretty
good
well.
on it, yeah.
But before we get into it, man, how's everyone been doing? Let's do a little vibe check. How you been, Maurice?
I'm good, man. I'm doing well. Yeah, got a new job. Not great, but better than the last one, so that's good. Pays a little bit more, so it's nice. Working on my real estate license and hustling up on some music and all the content creation that goes with it. And this game is not a joke, but stay the course, man. Gotta believe. But yeah, man, pretty good. Also, what did I beat recently? Oh, been replaying Resident Evil 4.
The remake?
Yeah, working on my platinum. Love that game,
man, what a great game!
Love that game. I know this was last year, but I got my first ever platinum in Spider-Man 2. Also love that game. And then we're playing Dark Ages right now. Don't spoil it. I'm only halfway through.
I'm already on my second playthrough for that game.
But just been enjoying life. Love God, love people, man. So yeah.
What about you? How you been? What have you been playing? Feels like we haven't talked about video games on this podcast for a hot minute, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing what Maurice is doing. I'm replaying video games right now, like Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2 remake?
Yeah. Doing your replays of your
yes.
favorites? Yeah. Good shit.
Downtime, some Call of Duty.
Yeah, I've been on COD a little too much recently too. Not gonna cap, bro.
Yeah.
Black Ops 6 isn't great, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable. Yeah. So
Shit. What's expansion 33? Right? That's what it's called. Or
Expansion. Or no. Expedition 33.
33.
Which
That
is
one's
currently like the game of the year right now. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I have not,
It's
no.
a turn-based game. I don't think that's kind of in your wheelhouse, like
what's it
RPG.
Not really. No.
Yeah, kind of that.
Yeah.
But
not really my genre. But
it's been getting a lot of great reviews lately. It came out under the radar for both of us. We were like, oh
those
shit.
are some of the best games, man.
Yeah.
The sleeper hits, the indie games is like, yo, go back to them. Same with movies too,
So early right now, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, same here. Maurice brought it up briefly, but I've been playing Doom: The Dark Ages.
it's a phenomenal game.
It's my current game of the year.
That's a great choice.
Oh my god! It's no Eternal. I think a lot of people have been trying to compare it to Eternal, and it's I don't compare. It makes games that are different every time they come out with a new Doom game. It's its own thing, has its own mechanics, its own sort of, they call it fun zone. You know what I mean?
Which, expanding off that argument, for those that are complaining that Eternal is not like Dark Ages, I say this in love. Get over it,
right.
Okay? Because me personally, I don't really like that argument. It's the COD argument. Is really what it is. You know what I mean? Because it's like, perfect example, the comparison of Ghost to Advanced Warfare. We know, in retrospect, Ghost is not the best, but looking back on it compared to what we have now, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we go to Advanced Warfare. Oh, well, it's not Call of Duty anymore. It's too futuristic. Was it moving a little much? Yeah. Weapon variants suck. Supply drops. It had a lot of problems. But it is the most different Call of Duty to date. And the same people that complain that it's not different enough are the same people who complain that it's too much the same. So pick a side. Okay? Make up your mind and shut up. So
This is the game
my thing is like Doom Eternal is awesome.
That's
I love Doom
never gonna
Eternal.
happen.
But Dark Ages is also great. It's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
great. It's like it's the perfect blend between medieval and modern, and it's awesome. It's fantastic.
agree.
It's its
Yep.
own thing. And yeah, man, like I don't have a preference. They're both awesome, and they're different. They're actually different. They took a long time to develop it, and it was worth the wait. So,
Yeah.
so for the people that compare Eternal to Dark Ages, once again, lovingly, just shut the fuck up.
I
right?
also
Like,
I feel like
get over
a lot of people have
You
been
know?
wanting like Eternal 2, like they wanted a sequel to Eternal. There is a fucking sequel. It's called The Ancient Gods, the DLC that came out after
That's
Eternal.
also a great DLC. It's really
So
good.
That's
it's
like
really,
that's like
really
the
good.
sequel to Eternal. I
It's
feel like.
really good. Fighting
really good.
the doppelganger. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome DLC.
So
Awesome
yeah,
DLC.
been playing Doom the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Edgar's been playing Expedition. You've been
Best
playing
shooter
Doom
of all
as well.
time, man.
Yep.
Best
It's
shooter of all time.
one thing that we've all seen here in this in this room that I think we should talk about because it is. I think we can all say our movie of the year.
Thus far, yeah. I am looking forward to 28 Years Later. I'm a big fan of that franchise. F1, same director of Top Gun Maverick. Really looking forward to that one too. And Ballerina looks really good as well.
Yeah, coming out here shortly.
The
too.
John
Yep.
Wick
Ain't it a series,
spinoff.
though?
It's a spinoff.
Yeah, but it's a show, ain't it?
No, it's a movie. It's a
Oh,
movie. It's a
really?
movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's a spinoff. It's in the John Wick universe, but it's a spinoff.
Takes place after 3, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah, like between 3 and 4.
So-
Okay,
So
that's
like
my
John
interest
Wick's
now.
still alive. So so I'm looking forward to those three. But so far this year, Sinners is where it's at.
Sinners
is
is
where
what we're
it's
going
at.
to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah, man, me and Edgar have not talked about this on the podcast, so I don't think we talked about it too much off the podcast.
Yeah.
So I think now is the perfect time to sort of just speak on it a little bit. I know a lot of people probably been hearing about Sinners a lot and how great it is. We just want to put our 2 cents in.
Yeah, give you a short review.
We agree.
But we all love it, right? Yeah.
We all love it.
Yes.
Short and sweet. The short and sweet, like too long didn't read version is fantastic. Go watch it. Why haven't you seen it yet?
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Ryan Coogler's best film.
Yep.
Hands down.
Oh, I don't know.
In my personal opinion,
Maybe.
in my personal opinion, I think it
Okay.
is his best only because. Now I don't think he's made a single bad film. I love Fruitville Station. It's depressing, but it is his debut. And it's still a good movie. Love Fruitville Station. Love Black Panther. Love Black Panther 2. Love Creed. I think that's all of them, right? And yeah,
Yes.
I believe so. I love all those movies. They're all great, but with the exception, no, they're all franchise films, and the first one is based on a true story film. This is the first time where he's actually really gotten to take things, and put an original twist on it. Now, obviously, it's inspired by From Dusk Till Dawn. You can see those as well, but it does its own thing, and I believe, and for that reason, for the fact that it's not just another franchise movie, I think that is the reason I champion that one a little bit more. If I had to do a close second, I'd probably say the first Creed or the first Black Panther.
I said,
yeah.
It's going to take me a minute to really get used to the idea that Sinners might be his best work.
Right. You have to watch them all again.
You have to watch them all right again. Now, I do agree that right now, at least in this moment, I do agree it's probably his best film. But what do you think, Edgar?
Yeah.
I even told you when we saw the trailer for it. I told you it's giving me Dusk Till Dawn vibes.
Yeah, no, it's definitely inspired by it.
So I was like, okay,
but it's better.
yeah,
it's way better.
I dig it.
Yeah,
but I didn't think it was gonna get this reception, like, because I knew it was gonna be a great film with the concept, the story, and everything.
Yeah,
but I enjoy the hell out of that movie.
Yeah,
dude. Ryan Coogler knows how to bring everybody together. Dude.
Yeah,
I think I heard it's gonna be streaming next week. Like in Amazon Prime.
Are you serious?
That's what it said. I don't know.
It's not coming out on the 4K till December, which I'm really surprised about. That's a really long time.
Holy shit, December?
The end of the year, I think, December 31st.
Okay.
Are you checking like Walmart's like the release date?
Currently Amazon and then also Amazon, Target, and Walmart. They all say the same release date.
I feel like those are placeholder titles. I feel like it will be coming out soon.
Right.
I want to say maybe
August.
No, maybe July.
July.
Well, it came out in April though. That's the thing.
I don't know. That's just my.
It's usually
my
like
opinion.
physical copies are usually 4 to 5 months usually.
Okay.
So, but it just depends, I guess. So, yeah. But
I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, man, I wish we could talk more about it. But it's a great fucking movie. You haven't seen it. Maurice said it earlier. It is definitely, we saw the comparisons of From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
And it, like the first half feels like a lot of setup. Feels like it's a different movie.
Right.
You
But
don't get the hint of the vampires yet.
Well, no, you do. I think that's actually where this movie succeeds. Where
Do you
know,
really?
where From Dusk Till Dawn, I wouldn't say fails because I don't want to say that because I really do like that movie for what it is. But one, its greatest flaw, but also I guess its greatest strength, if you want to look at it that way, From Dusk Till Dawn, I'm talking about, is the fact that it's one movie, one half, and then it completely genre flips. Whereas Sinners, there is some setup because you see the scenes where the
beginning also,
the Navajo are hunting down the vampires, and his skin is burning, and he goes into the house and he kills that family. You see that vampires exist; they just haven't come, to the smokestack twins.
I guess that's what I mean. I feel like the first 45 minutes is all kind of set
but
up.
it does establish a universe where the vampires, and then it also shows how they I don't want to spoil it, but most of y'all have seen it by now. Whatever, you get what I mean.
Might as well.
I believe I believe that the way they set up and the way the vampires are conjured and the way that they stay alive, I think that's a subtle way of saying it. Is really unique and really clever, and also a really kind of a smart social commentary on not just the racial undertones of America, but also cultural appropriation. When is it okay for this group of people to like this thing, and as long as there is this form of art, there's evil, which I think is really cool because there's greatness in it, but then there's also evil in it. And then also I will say, last thing, I know this is the last break. Okay, we're gonna talk about Sinners now.
We'll give you a final thought. I'll give a final thought, but go ahead.
But yeah, final thought. The thoughts. Love the action. Fantastic soundtrack. Fantastic acting. Michael B. Jordan playing twins that are actually different. Really, really cool. I love the one shot where it shows Sammy's playing the song and it kind of shows how music transcends through time.
That's a really good scene.
That was so cool.
That was
it was showing
they gave me chills.
It showed rock and hip hop and blues and really the history of black music throughout time and just how it has impacted that and how it's conjured that. And then also I must say, even though the vampire stuff was awesome, the final scene where he got to take out the KKK, glorious.
Very
that was so cool. I love that scene.
I think you kind of spoke for us both. I think that was one of our favorite scenes too. That was one of our favorite scenes too.
Oh man, it was such a good scene.
That was
a
great
fantastic
scene. But what about you? Is there anything that sticks out to you that you enjoyed? Besides
I like the lore,
the lore was fantastic.
What's it, Sammy, right? It's his name?
Yeah,
Sammy,
that's their cousin,
Who then technically is it hints that he sold his soul to the devil. Which is kind of cool.
The scene that his when he was having that conversation with his father in the church at the beginning, it's you keep dancing with the devil, he's going to follow you home, and quite literally that's what happened. Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
and I think you were telling me the after credit scene. You don't see his reflection in the mirror too, because he sold it. Like you said,
he sold his soul. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
did you notice that, Maurice?
I did not.
No,
because there was the after credit scene where not Smoke, Stack and Mary visit him.
That's the scene.
There was a mid credit, and then there was the one where he was just singing at the end, right? The end credit scene.
We're talking about the first one.
The
first one.
You don't see Sammy's reflection in the mirror. Also, because he doesn't have a soul at that point. He already sold his soul.
So he's not a vampire, but okay.
Yeah.
Which kind of confirms the suspicions that he did sell his soul to the devil.
Right.
So.
That's awesome. I did not notice that, but that's great. That was a great mid-credit scene too. That was fantastic. Really cool.
So all great around, dude. I think for me personally, I Maurice kind of spoke to it. I think that was one of my favorite scenes. The kind of seeing the whole music.
Right.
History of music.
The history of music just throughout each culture was
cool.
That was awesome.
I have to give credit. You've already seen a clip of it online, but when the what is his name? Cornbread.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to get in. And it's
there was a baby AI video of that scene.
I saw that too.
So good.
I saw that too. Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. So I have to give credit. That was a great scene.
Oh
also.
my goodness! Yeah. Fantastic.
But they put it on these vampires. I like how they're so on the nose. Okay, just let me in now. It's 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 kind of like you're putting it.
They have a whole personality flick when they turn, and you can just tell.
You can tell. Yeah.
You can just tell.
It was so great. I just like that.
It's like Mary actually loves Stack, and then at the end we gonna kill every last one of you. It's okay, well then she's a vampire now. You know what I mean?
Or just who is it that survives? I forget forget their Smoke, right? Who survived?
No, so Smoke gets killed by
Okay,
the
so
KKK.
Stack, right?
Stack is the one who turns into a vampire, so he
Oh yeah,
survives.
no, yeah, that's
right.
what I'm talking about. Is Smoke is when he's trying to roll a blunt.
Oh yeah, at the
And he
end
can't
after he
do
kills
it without
everybody.
his brother, and
right.
it's like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
his brother would do it for
He would
him.
do it
right,
for him.
right. Yeah.
So yeah, great
That's
movie.
what. Yeah.
That was a great film. It is movie of the year for me personally.
Thus far, yes.
I told
yes.
Maurice this. I wish I could watch it in IMAX. I know they're
Releasing it on
releasing it on IMAX, but it's like not here though. So
Oh, well,
which
thanks,
is a
guys.
bummer. But yeah, go watch Sinners.
Go watch it, man.
10 out of 10.
Yes.
No notes. It's really hard to criticize anything in that movie. So
really.
Really, not much. Yeah, no.
if you're not a fan of like the slow build up, maybe that could be something that could kind of detract from it a little bit. But other than that, I think
Other
it's
than
a
that,
It
yeah.
brings you into the world, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a purpose for it,
There's a
but-
purpose for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, let's move on to the meat and potatoes of this podcast.
Yes, sir.
For those who are uninitiated, if this is your first time listening to an episode with Maurice, lately we've been doing these 1v1 battles with me and Edgar, with Maurice hosting. Essentially what it is, I think, previous episodes we've done like superheroes or villains. Maurice will give us a superhero or villain to kind of defend against. We'll battle in a 1v1 round, 4 rounds.
4 rounds.
2 minutes
2
each.
minute arguments each. Yes.
I think this might be the best one. I'm excited to do this one. We are doing... Well, go ahead, Maurice. What are we doing for this episode's 1v1?
All right, y'all. Welcome to 1v1 Director Spotlight Edition. So, this is the combination. This is a fusion. I love genre fusion, y'all. This is a fusion of 2 series that we have here. Series is this? Y'all know what the fuck I meant. 2 series that we have here on Two Bros. 1v1, which Alberto just explained. But then we also have another series called Director Spotlight, where we talk about our favorite directors. So we're bringing those 2 things together. I can speak, I promise. We're bringing those 2 genres together, like I said, genre fusion. And so basically, I'm going to give Alberto a director. He's going to defend why he's better, and then I'm going to give Edgar a director. He's going to defend why he or she is better, and then I'm going to pick a winner at the end. Like I said, best 3 out of 4, and let's get it. So, all right, y'all. I'm trying to think of directors I know both of you know. I think I'm going to start off with some pretty easy since we just talked about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So, both of you pick a number between 1 and 10.
I'll pick 5.
6.
6. Okay. What about you?
5.
5. All right. I'm gonna go. I was thinking 7, so Edgar's close.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Okay. So Edgar, I will let you. Well, I think you guys both know these people, but if you don't, I usually don't do this for this series. But if there is a director that you guys don't know of and you want me to pick someone else, it's really easy for me to think of and also look them up. So I'll give you a director. If you don't like it, just kick it back to
Maurice
me and we'll do
got a
someone
library
else.
of
Yeah, a
directors
whole
locked right
library.
here.
A whole library.
So-
Too much. But anyway, watch too much movies lately, I swear. Anyway, okay. All right. So Edgar, I am going to give you the director that you're going to be battling for, defending Ryan Coogler. All right.
I knew that.
All right.
That's
All
fine.
right.
No, that's
the one
fine.
and
I knew
only.
it.
One of the greatest working directors
I
of
knew it.
our time. Now, Edgar. I'm sorry. Alberto. The director that you are going to get to directly combat that will be Jordan Peele. All right.
Oh,
We got 2 heavy
Great.
hitters right now. All right.
right.
Are you both okay with that?
yes.
Okay, so their filmography is pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure you guys both know it, but just run down for the audience. I think when I give you this, I'm just gonna let the audience know like what they've directed, and just so you guys know as well as a refresher. So Edgar, Ryan Coogler has directed Fruitville Station. It's a drama. Black Panther 1, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Creed, the first Creed film, and the most recent movie, Sinners. So that's 5 films in his discography right now. Okay.
He need to Creed 2.
No,
he
Creed
did
2
not.
was directed by I think Steve something Jr. I forgot his name, but it wasn't.
It was not Michael.
It was not. It was
Michael
not.
B. Jordan.
It was not
wasn't
Ryan Coogler.
No.
So Creed, the first Creed was directed by Coogler. The second was directed by someone else, and then the third one was directed by Michael B. Jordan. So those are all 3 different people. So okay, so you got his filmography. Alberto, Jordan Peele. I'm pretty
Shorter
sure you know.
filmography, yeah, but
I'm
go
pretty
ahead.
sure you know. It's Get Out, Us. And I personally haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure you have, though. Nope. You've seen
Yep.
all of them?
Yep.
Okay, so you know his filmography. Everyone here knows their filmography. Edgar's doing a quick fact check
Yes.
on Creed 2. He was not directed by Ryan Coogler.
He's got a library in his head. He
I feel
knows.
like he's working on something else. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's always working, man.
Always working.
He's in the studio, you know?
Yeah. He's
but
always
yeah.
cooking.
All right, so since you are first, remember, give me a good argument. You're going to be arguing first. I need you to give me convincing reasons as to why Ryan Coogler, I don't want to use the word trumps. You know what I mean. Ryan Coogler is better
Yes.
than Jordan Peele, and vice versa for you, Alberto. Let me know when you guys are ready, and you're first up, Edgar.
All right, go ahead, man.
Ready? All right, 2 minutes on the clock, starting now. Edgar,
All
go.
right, Ryan Coogler.
Yep.
I feel like he has a better discography.
Filmography, yeah. Oh, discography's from music, right? Yeah, that's true. Okay, you're right. Yeah, filmography. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peele, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Black Panther and Sinners like established and made a culture. Is that the word?
Cultural.
Yeah.
movement, especially for the our hopefully I'm saying it for the black people out there. You know.
For the black community, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Maurice. As with Jordan Peele, I feel like has hit. To me, I only Get Out and Us is so far like what he has. As with like Maurice and you already know he has a better one. He has two Black Panthers. Creed, Sinners, and
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah,
Which I know you haven't. Have you seen?
I haven't seen that one, but
Depressing, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Yeah.
I just feel like he knows what he's doing with his storytelling. He's not scared to show what he wants to show in his movies. As with Jordan Peele, I feel like not only me, you feel the same way. Like everyone's trying to copy Jordan Peele, as with his I want to say his type of horror movie or like his genre of movies, as with Ryan's. Oh my God,
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler, he's doing his own thing, which I appreciate way more than Jordan Peele.
Okay.
He's not copying Jordan Peele. He's not copying any other director out there. He's making his own shit, which I enjoy more.
How much does he have on the
Got
clock?
30 seconds left.
What's your
Anything left?
closing argument?
Yeah, any closing arguments? And do you think?
I just feel like he's going to have a better discography and a longer career than Jordan Peele, I say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Shots
fired. That's what I was about to just say. Shots fired. Okay.
All right. If you got nothing else, that's about it. Okay, cool.
That's time.
All right, that's time. And Alberto, 2 minutes on the clock. Why Jordan Peele is better than Ryan Coogler? Go.
All right, look, I knew this was going to be a tough one. Ryan Coogler's got the bigger filmography. He's a much more established director. I won't 100% give you that. But this may be shots fired for Ryan Coogler. I think he plays it safe.
Oh.
I think he plays it safe. Look at his filmography.
All right.
Look at what he's done. Maurice brought it up earlier, I think off the podcast or not, I'm not sure, about how he doesn't really do things original. Sinners was like the first thing that he's done that's original, besides Fruitvale Station, or is that also kind of a...
Fruitvale Station is based on a true story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything has been either for Marvel
Okay.
or Creed, which is already an established franchise. I'm not saying that he doesn't do a good job with that. I think he plays it safe.
Okay.
And this is coming from someone who loves his stuff. But I think Jordan Peele takes risks. Does it pay off?
No.
Not all the time.
Not your
But-
right now, Edgar.
But I think that him taking the risk is already enough to make him a more interesting director than Ryan Coogler. Right?
Okay.
Us had such a complex story. Sure, kind of falls apart towards the end, but I think he still sticks the landing towards the end there with the Hands Across America. When you see it, like the fucking helicopter shot, just beautiful. Maurice hasn't seen Nope, but that's also such a great movie.
Not really, though.
I mean, look, if you want to talk about some iconic shots in Nope, I mean, you just have to look at the Akira shot that he did
Okay.
with Kiki Palmer. That was such a great fucking shot. Or the fact that he managed to shoot at night, and it makes it, because a lot of directors don't know how to do that right.
Oh, okay.
Make movies like really shine bright at night, and he does a really good job at that. At
Shooting
night.
at night is difficult.
So he
and the majority of Jordan Peele movies do take place at night because they're horror films. So
good job for kudos to him.
Okay.
And like you just said, how much do I got?
30 seconds.
30
Closing
seconds.
arguments.
You said it before. People try to replicate what he's done. No one has come close. He is still one of a kind. Every time you saw movies come out after Get Out, it was always the studio that brought you Get Out, blah blah blah. The people, the producers, because they're always trying to entice people to get back into the theaters to try to replicate that success, that feeling of seeing a Jordan Peele film. And I don't think you get that with Ryan Coogler.
Okay, can I say something else?
Hold on.
Okay.
Your argument's up, Alberto. Closing thoughts from both of you, quickly.
Go ahead. Go get your little
Go
rebuttal in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is playing it safe. I like that. As with Jordan Peele is going to have, that's why the reason I say Ryan
Coogler
is going to have a better filmography and a longer career. Jordan Peele is going to have the same shit as what M. Night Shyamalan has dealing with and Ari Aster. Everyone's going to look for that
it
thing,
factor
that
or what?
it factor, and that's where he's going to suffer. As with Ryan Coogler, he's going to have
Googler.
Sorry,
No, I know what you mean, Coogler. Yeah.
My bad. Sorry. He's like I say, he's going to be out there still, and with his homeboy Ludwig too.
Oh yes.
He's always working with Ludwig. So
all right. I mean, you want to say that Jordan Peele isn't going to have a long career? I'm just going to say this. It was very quick. He's expanding outside of film. He's working with the one and only Hideo Kojima. He's doing the video games. So if something doesn't land in film, guess what? It's going to land in video games, and he's still going to be taking them risks.
Okay.
All right? So that's all I have to say about that. You say he's going to have the same problem as Ari Aster or M. Night Shyamalan. I don't see it happening. He's still been 3 for 3 in my book. So, 3 for 3.
Oh man, this is tough. I think you both first of all both gave great arguments, both things that I do agree with. This one is difficult. Give me a little bit. Okay. I will say I really do appreciate what Alberto says. As someone who likes to champion the underdog, you know, I love my underground rap. I love my indie movies. Not so much indie games, if I'm honest, but I will champion the underdog, and I do feel like Jordan Peele, he takes those risks, and I haven't seen Nope, so I can't speak for that one. But for me personally, Get Out and Us are both great. And yes, he does take risks because they are weird, they are different, but they are also very potent, and they hit, they land. There's concepts in there that are actually genuinely scary. You know what I mean? And then Edgar, I do see what you're talking about with like the M. Night Shyamalan argument, because M. Night Shyamalan, he came out the gate with the good shit, with Unbreakable, with Sixth Sense, and then he fell off with The Happening and all the other movies that are just kind of like, yeah, you know what I mean? Rose again with Split, but then fell off again. Yep. You know what I mean? So I do get where you're coming from, because like like Alberto says, Ryan Coogler does kind of play it safe because it's like been franchise films up until Sinners, up until this point, but the movies themselves are still great. Even if they are franchise films, they're still really good, and he's come out swinging. I do think that both these guys do have their place in film. I do think they're both doing great in film. I love both your arguments, but I'm going to give round 1 to Edgar. I think round 1, it's going to be 1-0. Yes. It's going to be 1-0.
All right. But I feel like I put it out there. It's fine.
But hey, once again, these I try to be as objective as possible. But remember, this is opinionated, so if one don't get on us too much. But yeah, we're just having fun here, y'all. But yeah, first round 1 is Edgar. All right, so Edgar, since you won, I'm going to give you the next director. Like I said, kick it back to me if you don't like it, and then I'll move over to Alberto. So
cool.
Let's see. Who are some filmmakers that I know that you know for sure? All right, I'm giving you the good ones right now. Okay, Robert Rodriguez. Do you like that pick?
Yes.
Okay, Robert Rodriguez. Okay, and Alberto, what do you think about Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah, I'll rip
You'll
my
take
boy.
that?
I'll
You'll
rip my
take that?
boy. Yeah.
Okay,
Del Toro.
cool. All right, so just so everyone has a reminder, I do have to kind of look up his filmography. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't name. They've made a lot of movies.
Let's just say that. Let's just say they've made a lot of movies.
I'm not gonna name all of them, but I'm gonna name the ones that I know you guys will.
Let's do the noteworthy ones.
Yeah, the noteworthy ones. Okay, so Robert Rodriguez, we have at least the best ones in my opinion. We have the El Mariachi trilogy. So that's El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. From Dusk Till Dawn, Spy Kids, at least the first Spy Kids. That one was alright. Shark Boy and Lava Girl's not great, but there's that one too. He did a Predator film, right? Sin City. A Name
Oh
to Kill.
shit, he did do Predators.
Yeah, he did. He did Predators. He did Sin City. Machete. Machete's another one that's decent. Can't be, but it's Rob Rodriguez, so we were expecting that. No, so he actually directed the first Sin City and Sin City 2. And apparently there's From Dusk Till Dawn reboot. So those are the most noteworthy ones. That's a pretty good one. And then for you, Del Toro, Alberto, give me 1 second. I know there's Pan's Labyrinth, which you've seen that one, right? Okay, that's a good one.
It's been a minute, but
Yeah. Pan's Labyrinth, Pacific Rim, Crimson Peak, Hellboy, and Hellboy 2. He did direct Blade 2. Blade 2. He directed Blade 2. That's a good one. And then there's some earlier horror films. But yeah, I would say Blade 2, Hellboy 1 and 2, Pan's Labyrinth, Pacific Rim, Crimson Peak, and Shape of Water.
all right.
So, yeah. Okay. So, Edgar, you're up first again.
Again.
You are going to be arguing.
All right.
Give me why Robert Rodriguez is better than Guillermo del Toro. All right? Go.
To this day, Robert Rodriguez is still the underdog. He's
good
still making
opening
films
statement. Fuck.
and low budget, and to prove you guys, to this day, you can still make movies in a low budget film. We got Maurice. We got the trilogy. We got Dusk Till Dawn. We got the Spy Kid movies, the Sin City movies, Planet Terror.
I forgot about Planet Terror, yeah.
Alita.
I did do that,
He's
yeah.
pulling shit. Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah, you might say his movies are like goofy sometimes, or
He's got some stinkers for sure, yeah.
stuff like that. But to
Yeah.
me, even if you go and look at his behind the scenes and the way he shoots his films and how he can work around budgeting on films, to this day, he still does that and improves in that. He has his own studio in Texas called I think it's called Tombstone Studios.
Yeah, and he has
That's a
another one
badass
called.
name,
He has
dude.
another
I
one
did not
called
know that,
Brass.
but that's a badass
He has
name.
one called Brass Knuckles now too. Also,
Oh yeah. He has
Yeah.
his own. I don't know. I don't think it's anymore. But El Rey Network, where he had the director's chair, where he would sit down with great directors as Quentin Tarantino, Guillermo del Toro, Michael Mann, I think,
Yeah, Michael Mann.
John Carpenter, so on and so forth. He still sticks to his roots. He hasn't changed. He doesn't. If he has a budget of $2 million, okay, I can work with that. He doesn't go over a budget. He works with the same actors, everything. People might say Sin City wasn't as great, or it gets some mixed reviews. To me, it just it capitalized and captured Sin City as a comic book into a screen. To me, it still hasn't been done like that. That's what I say. To me, to this day, Robert Rodriguez still the underdog.
You got
Still
30
working.
seconds.
30 seconds on the clock, brother. Closing arguments.
What's your Or is that it?
That's
Are
it,
you ready
sorry.
to concede your time?
Yes.
That's it? You concede? All right, you concede. Good arguments once again, man. Y'all bringing it today. All right, Alberto. If you need a minute, let me know. But time's coming up soon. So
All right, go ahead.
go ahead. All right, Del Toro, 2 minutes. Go.
This is a tough one. Pitting two Mexican directors.
All right.
I'm not going to count. That's the reason I did it.
It's
I'm not even going to lie. That's the reason I did it.
Excuse me. You saw Pinocchio too, right?
yes. I was gonna bring up Pinocchio too.
Okay.
It was a great animated film.
Oh, it was animated.
It was animated.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's
He did a
cool.
great-
That's good.
Great one. He also did one called I can't forget. I forget what it's called, but on Netflix it's like an anthology of horror shorts. He did as
yes,
well.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so he did that. He's in my opinion one of the masters of horror. And
yes,
someone who's
yes.
able to blend different genres together. You look at something like Chronos, which is his first film, blends horror with romance and makes you feel for the creatures that he supposedly is making you feel frightened of as well. He puts a spin on those characters, on those creatures, the ones that you're used to. I don't think he's doing
He
Frankenstein,
is
right?
working on Frankenstein.
So
that's a
I'm
perfect
always
fit for him.
confident, always confident that Guillermo del Toro is going to make a good product. You just brought up Robert Rodriguez for doing corny shit. That's sometimes I think his fault. I feel like Guillermo del Toro though knows how to balance two genres well and makes it. I mean, dude, he's won Oscars. He's won awards for this. Not that it matters, but I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? Also, I feel like he's a director that if you hand him a project, hand him something like I feel like he can do a cosmic horror movie. He's someone who can literally bring H.P. Lovecraft and elevate it for cinema, which is something I don't think has been done before.
Okay.
That's just one example.
Okay.
Okay, if you gave him like all the Universal monsters, he knows how to do it like just pinpoint precision. Pacific Rim, such a fantastic movie also. So he knows he's also versatile like Robert Rodriguez. But I think he knows how to do it better than Robert Rodriguez can. And he's been around longer than Robert Rodriguez has.
Well, no.
I think,
I have to fact check
Yeah,
that. I don't know.
I think
but-
Robert Rodriguez has been around longer.
Yeah.
I believe. I believe
He may have been around
Yeah.
longer, but I think that Guillermo del Toro is
I
just
think Del Toro is older than him though.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's older.
yeah.
He's older. Yeah.
but he has a wider range of films. Most of it is horror, yes, but I think that you can see a lot of different genres intermixed with it. So that's my argument for Guillermo del Toro.
All right, bought out the big guns on this one. I love both your arguments. Once again, champion the underdog. Like Robert Rodriguez, like he is in my opinion. If we're looking at like underdogs in entertainment, he is like the juggernaut of the underdogs in my opinion. Because
He invented 3D, man.
Yeah, because that's also
Oh, yeah?
true. That's
He
also
invented
true.
3D. And he invented the slow motion walking away from an explosion shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay. Let's just stop. Let's
true.
just stop.
Thank
No,
you,
no, 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 no,
Robert.
no, 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 no.
You said it.
That's
Shit.
true. That's true. But no, like Robert Rodriguez, he sticks to his roots. He like yes said he knows how to work with the budget, which is so hard because like thinking of millions of dollars for movies are hard to make, but he works with what he has, and he I feel like he elevates with that material, and when he does it his best. Now with Del Toro, I must say, I do believe I'm gonna say why, but I do believe this round's gonna go to Alberto. All right, so we're 1-1 right now with Del Toro. I do believe that your arguments were stronger in this one. And when I'm looking at Robert Rodriguez compared to Guillermo del Toro, I love the fact that Robert Rodriguez can be corny and can be cheesy, and he's just willing to do that. However, I am going to agree with Alberto. That is his greatest fault. I believe that sometimes it does not translate very well. Even movies like Pacific Rim have their cheesy moments, but like there's a consistent tone.
It's earned.
It's earned. The cinematography, I do feel like when I look at a movie like Pacific Rim is beautiful, man. Like you may not like the story.
Yeah.
Yes, it does fall off a bit at the end, but if you look at the action, the CGI, the colors, like that Hong Kong fight, like Pacific Rim. That movie in and of itself is beautiful in what it is. Obviously, he's a master of horror, Pan's Labyrinth, all the other stuff that
But I
he's
didn't
done.
even talk about Blade or Hellboy. Which,
Yeah,
by the way-
Blade 2, Hellboy.
yeah,
CGI
Hellboy.
in Blade 2 was pretty mid, but everything else was really cool. I like the story in Blade 2 a lot. But I do think that Del Toro succeeds because he's able to balance tone. He does get a bigger budget, and he uses the budget well. And, with Robert Rodriguez, I will say being corny and campy works really well for movies like Desperado and From Dusk Till Dawn. And then we have Shark Boy and Lava Girl, where it doesn't work at all. I can't say that about Del Toro. I'm not saying Del Toro doesn't have any bad films, but when I think about the bad films that Robert Rodriguez has,
It outweighs
versus the ones that Del Toro has, it's Del Toro this round. So we're 1-1. We're 1-1.
All right.
Both great directors, though. I love them both. But yeah, Del Toro this time. All right, Alberto, it's your round since you get to pick your director this time. I'm going to go a little bit out of. Well, you know what? No. We'll have some fun this time. We'll have some fun. All right. So, I know you know this guy. It's Tarantino, bro.
Thank you.
You cool with that? I know you're cool with that. I know you're cool with that. All right, cool. Tarantino will run through his filmography. I'm pretty sure you know it pretty well, but we'll run through his filmography when we get there. Edgar.
You got to give him a heavy hitter.
I got to give you a heavy hitter. Let's see. Okay. Nolan. You cool with Nolan? You like Nolan? Christopher Nolan?
Sure.
Yeah? You want to go with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
What
So,
you went like that for?
Give me an opportunity. This is Tarantino we're talking about. Well, okay.
all right. So, just so everyone knows, I'm pretty sure you guys know the filmography. Just so everyone knows, and let me know if I'm leaving anyone out, because I know I'm not the biggest Tarantino fan, but I know most movies he's directed. So if I'm leaving anything out, just let me know. So Quentin Tarantino, his directorial debut was Reservoir Dogs, right?
Yep.
So he has Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill,
Jackie
Brown,
Kill Bill 2.
Kill Bill 2, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Django Unchained,
Hateful
The
Eight.
Hateful Eight, and am I missing anything?
Yes, Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards, yeah, that's also a great one. Okay, cool. And then on the Nolan side, we have Memento, The Prestige, The Dark Knight Trilogy, so that's 3 more right there. Inception, Interstellar.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
What? What else are we missing? Are we missing one? Dunkirk. Yes, that's another one.
Oppenheimer.
And Oppenheimer. Right. Yeah, Oppenheimer.
What was
yeah.
it? The one Tenant.
Oh yeah, Tenet as well. That's also a good one. Yeah. Okay, so we got 2 juggernauts here. 2 juggernauts in the film industry. Okay. All right. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Alberto. 2 minutes on the clock. Quentin Tarantino over Christopher Nolan. Go.
Oh man, I'm gonna shrink you down to size. Okay. Get ready. Let me talk about what Christopher Nolan doesn't do well, because I think everyone knows what Quentin Tarantino does well. Christopher Nolan doesn't know how to do mixing well. So we resorted to shouting. Huh? That's what we resorted to.
I thought you were gonna pull that out of your ass.
No.
I'm sorry. I knew you were going to say that.
Christopher Nolan doesn't know how to do audio well. Tenet is a perfect example of that.
Okay.
Going to the movie theaters when it originally released,
Gonna
we
have
couldn't
to agree with this hard. My friend Demetrius and I did not know what was happening there.
Okay.
I mean, you know what I mean. The sound mixes are rough. They're rough. Yeah.
He,
I'ma shut
in
up
my
now, though.
opinion, I feel like he tainted. Not tainted. No, I wouldn't say tainted, but he didn't stick the landing with Dark Knight trilogy, in my opinion.
Trilogy?
Dark Knight Rises was a bit weak.
Okay.
You call it the Dark Knight, and there's no fucking Batman. What the hell's up with that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he overreaches. He's always trying to do more than he should. And I feel like that is going to end up biting him in the end, especially with this new project. I think he's doing like a retelling of some historical like fiction
again.
Yeah, something like that. And I feel like this is going to be the one. I think that people are going to be like, you know what, Christopher Nolan, that's it. I think you're done. Okay. I think he does too much, and sometimes it's good, but I think we can all agree it can be a bit bloated. Oppenheimer was a great film, but it was just too bloated. And it
Mad
felt like
overrated. Mad overrated.
Felt
It's
like
a good movie, but mad
drama,
overrated.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, on to Quentin Tarantino. Pretty easy to talk about. Great fucking dialogue. He's a master at dialogue.
Okay.
He invented a movie that, in my opinion, no one has been able to replicate with Pulp Fiction, jumping from story to story, the unconventional way of telling stories.
Okay.
Again, works with the same actors, like you said, Robert Rodriguez, Samuel L. Jackson is such a character.
30 seconds on the clock, Alberto. 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock.
DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Django Unchained, another movie that just transcends culture. It's we have another judge now. So I think Tarantino, in my opinion, is going to take it
Dogs
because
enter the chat.
he does everything better than Nolan does, and he sticks to his lane. You've never seen him do a futuristic movie or some sort of like horror movie. Every movie he does with intention. No dollar is wasted.
Okay.
Damn. Right on time. All right.
Right on time.
Alberto talked his shit. All right, now Edgar, it's your turn. Christopher Nolan over Quentin Tarantino. 3, 2, 1, go.
I think that's what people come to see Christopher Nolan for, is this big action, explosion, everything. Tell me, what is the one director that always has a debut for trailers?
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. You had to go see a certain movie to see the first trailer of The Dark Knight, or the first trailer for The Dark Knight Rises.
Damn.
People just go to see the trailer and leave the fucking movie without even seeing.
I think the
Excellent marketing, I will say.
first trailer for Tenet, I think, debuted in Fortnite.
Yeah, the Fortnite. Yeah, but still, they do that because they know that Christopher Nolan has that, like, mystique. That okay, what he's gonna bring? What's his next movie? It's always that. I think he's a great action director. I give him that. He's really good at that. Sorry, that scared me. Some ways you can say like, oh, I didn't understand what was going on. It's too too much going on. But to me, I still feel like he works within what he has too. Like he works with his wife, his brothers, and same actors too. I just like what he brings to the table sometimes. Like, okay, yes, The Dark Knight Rises wasn't great, but like you gotta give it to him. He did something to Batman what other directors are trying to still replicate to this day.
To this day.
Not only with the Joker, but like the way it's so grounded. It takes itself a comic book story seriously, and it takes it to the real world in a way. You know. Yes, he hasn't done a horror movie yet, but I think he will soon get that. I feel like he's like one of those directors like he wants to touch every genre of the film. Yeah, that's all I got.
So you got time. How much time do you
You
have?
got 20 seconds, brother. 20 seconds. Final thoughts. 20 seconds.
Don't shit on Quentin. don't use these 20 seconds to shit on Quentin.
Why you had to say
All right, sorry, go ahead. See what you want.
Like, watch your mouth, bro.
Say what you want. Go ahead.
Quentin Tarantino has one of his favorite films is Dunkirk, and it's like his top 5 or something.
Oh fuck.
Yep. So there you go.
That is one thing I will say about Tarantino. He does not hate on any filmmaker. He's inspired by so many different people. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, it's like one of those things. Where it's like you don't want to have that judgment, but you're just kind of like, you watch that shit?
Yeah.
Like what? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay.
All right. This was a good round. 2 juggernaut directors, 2 of the most well-known directors of the modern time. I did like both of your arguments, and this one is hard for me. I'm gonna be honest. Obviously I'm trying to be objective as possible. This one is hard for me because for me personally, I don't hate Tarantino. Don't hear that at all. He's not one of my personal favorites. He does have some of my favorite movies, just not my personal favorites directors personally. But Nolan is. So this one is difficult for me. I will say I do like Edgar's arguments that Christopher Nolan, like, it's hard to market movies nowadays because we're in the TikTok era. Christopher Nolan has excellent marketing. I think that his team has some of the best marketing out there. His trailers don't spoil a lot. You have to see another movie to see another movie. That's really cool. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like, that's
sure.
Inception in marketing. You know what I mean? I love that about Nolan. I love the scope. I love the scale. I also love Alberto's argument that he does overreach. Christopher Nolan endings can be rough. They can be very rough. There's a lot, like Dark Knight Rises is a perfect example. I love that film. I will always love that film. Very flawed, though. Very flawed. The ending, awesome, but also what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the ending for Inception. I think that one, the ambiguity of it is fantastic. Tenet kind of tries to do the same thing, fails in my opinion.
I like to pull a Josh.
No, shut the fuck up.
What is it?
What was
Studio interference.
Can I finish
All
my
right.
argument? No, you're all good. I do feel like I said Nolan is one of my favorite directors, but I do feel like that is one of the flaws I would have, is that the 2 main flaws, the endings are too much and the sound mixes are rough. They are rough. Like, I would say, like, in Dark Knight Rises, like, that's kind of when that started, but Tenet in particular, Tenet and Dunkirk, the mix of, like, the action with the dialogue is a bit much. There's parts where, like, things are just incredibly loud. I love both these directors. Like I said, Nolan is my favorite, but if I'm speaking objectively, if I'm speaking about flaws versus strengths and weaknesses, I'm gonna have to go with Quentin Tarantino. And one thing that I will also champion Quentin for: no franchise films, as far as I'm concerned. Right? All original movies.
Everything's original.
All original movies.
Kill Bill might be the only one.
Is that based on something?
Well, I mean, as in terms of he did a sequel to it, so it's technically.
But it's his
own
idea,
thing,
right?
yeah.
Because I mean, like it plays on like kind of the grindhouse of like a martial arts movie,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
that's his take on
That's
it.
his
You know what I
take
mean?
on it,
And Quentin Tarantino is also very versatile. He's done westerns. He's done crime drama. One of those westerns took place in the slave era. That's not an easy thing to do.
Yep.
I'm personally not a fan of the way he uses N-word in most movies, but Django Unchained, obviously you have to use it in that movie because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I will. Obviously, he's not one of my favorites, but I'll give him his stripes, and this round goes to Alberto. So 2-1. Okay. Cool. So
We got
Alberto,
round 4.
Well, this would be round 3 actually.
Yeah.
Round three. Would it? Wait, no, because we did 1, 2, 3, 4. Round 3. This is round 3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because
No, because we did
2, 1.
we did Ryan Coogler, and then we did
Peel.
yeah, Yeah, and then we did Robert Rodriguez and Guillermo, and then Christopher Nolan and Quentin was round 3.
Oh,
Oh shoot!
shit.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. So it's 2-1. So this is round 4. Okay, got you. So so if this one, if Alberto wins this one, he'd be winner. But then if not, he'd be tied. So okay. All right, cool. So now Alberto, I'm gonna give you another director. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna let you pick one of your favorites.
Oh, you gonna let me pick?
Yeah, you pick one this time. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Oh man. Nah, I can't pick that one.
You can't. No.
I had one in my mind. I'm just being like, nah, I can't do this one.
Okay. And also, whatever director you do pick, you got to give me their filmography too, just so
Sam
we know
Raimi.
It. Okay, that is a good pick.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
Only because I'm hoping Edgar picks this other director so we can do horror versus horror.
Sam Raimi. Oh, I know. I think I know what you want to do. All right, Edgar. You want John Carpenter?
Is that what you're saying?
Is that what you want? Is that what you want, Edgar? You cool with that?
You don't want John?
I do want John.
You do want John?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys run me through that a little bit more, but I'll try my best. So I know Sam Raimi. He's directed the
Evil
Spider-Man 1 and 2. All the Evil Dead movies, right? All 3 of them? The Evil Dead trilogy. Once Upon a Time in the West, is that him too?
No.
No? That's someone else?
I don't think he's done. What is that one?
I think that's a comedy. Is it?
I don't believe so.
I'm thinking of someone else. I'm sorry.
He did Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell. Okay.
He's done Doctor Strange, the latest
Doctor Strange. Multiverse Madness, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And I might have to pull up with some other ones that he's done. But
He's also
those are
a
the ones
producer.
he produces a lot of stuff too.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think Evil Dead, Spider-Man, and
Those are pretty good ones though.
yeah, those are good ones to pull out. And then John Carpenter, that's Halloween, right?
Halloween,
The Thing,
The Fog,
The Fog. Okay.
Assault on Precinct 13. Hold on. The Prince of Darkness was another one, I think.
Okay.
So that's
They're confirming.
They Live is another one.
I love that one. That one is really good. That one is actually really good. The ending was a little weird, but that fight, the put on the glasses fight, that that scene is classic. That's really
Alright, so
good.
there you go.
Okay, all right. So we got Sam Raimi versus John Carpenter. Alberto, you won, so you're up this round. Are you ready? Okay.
Yes, I am ready.
Sam Raimi. All right. Remember, this is big guns, and I'm gonna need y'all to really champion your horror this time, all right? Because I like some horror, but I don't necessarily like. I gravitate towards different types of horror than you guys do. So definitely, talk your shit this round so that I can be as objective as possible.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll do my best to be quiet because I can't talk much about this. I love Sam Raimi, but John Carpenter not as much. I do like his movies, but you know what I mean. Okay. All right. Alberto, 2 minutes on the clock, and we got Sam Raimi versus John Carpenter. Go.
All right. I mean, look, I'm just going to start with the obvious. Sam Raimi ushered in one of the greatest superhero trilogies of all time with Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Yes, I know 3 is a little bit on the weaker side, but had it not been, for me personally, it's just a little bit, but had it not been for those movies, I don't think that we would have gotten the MCU that we have today.
Agreed.
I think it paved the way for those films. I know movies came out before then, like X-Men and Blade, but it was really Sam Raimi, I feel like, that kind of championed the Marvel films. If those were the movies that people went to the theaters to go see, he's the one that started the whole, at least in my opinion, really made it popular with the whole Stan Lee cameos. And then he came back and directed Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which I think showed his versatility in horror with action, mixing it together and with slapstick comedy. Still one of the only directors that does it, and I think he does it really well. Evil Dead, an iconic horror franchise that spawned multiple fucking games, but we're not going to get into that. Army of Darkness is instantly quotable. Always is going to be a movie that will be at least played in this household for Halloween. Evil Dead 1 and 2.
Same here.
Fantastic films. So much so that Evil Dead 2 was a remake of the first one and a sequel all at once.
Okay.
Because he couldn't, I think he said he couldn't use like the footage of the first one, or he didn't own the rights to it. So when he did Evil Dead 2, he just straight up did Evil Dead 1 in the first 15 minutes to establish everything that was going on, and then continued with the sequel, and he did it effortlessly, in my opinion. Okay. And then he also, he brought in Bruce Campbell, one of the greatest iconic stars in Hollywood. Bruce Campbell, he cameoed for all the fucking Spider-Man movies and Doctor Strange. Like, Sam Raimi works with a team that is tight-knit. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to make horror come to life, especially back in the late, I think it was like, early 80s with Evil Dead 1.
10 seconds on the clock, Alberto.
That's all I'm going to say, is that Sam Raimi is an iconic horror director that still works today and will forever be remembered for all time. That's what I'm going to say.
All right. Edgar, are you ready?
You're shaking your head. Are you shaking your head because you
I
know?
got you. I'm going to bury you.
Okay, I will take that as a yes. All right, Edgar. John Carpenter over Sam Raimi. Convince me. Go.
I don't know why you picked Sam Raimi, dude. I'm just going to say that off the bat.
Damn.
Okay?
You said you ain't shit.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just going to list some of his movies, okay? The Thing, Halloween, They Live.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Escape to New York, The Fog, Big Trouble in Little China,
Shit.
Christine, Assault on Precinct 13, so on and so forth, okay? Right? Yes.
And Halloween, too, right?
Oh, yeah, Halloween, too. Okay. Those movies that I mentioned besides Halloween, The Thing, They Live, to me, are ahead of their time. Now people appreciate those movies. They're giving the man his flowers for what he did.
Okay.
For sticking to his guns.
Okay.
I feel like it's one of the John Carpenter is one of those directors to this now. I feel like he's getting his flowers for all of his movies that he's released back in the day. Critics shat on his films. Think about that. The Thing, considered one of the best horror movies of all time. It's always, if you go, it's always going to be a top 10 or number 1 on the list.
Okay.
He composes his own music.
Ah, shit.
That's a big dub.
I forgot about that, man.
And he's that one director that always puts his, who established John Carpenter Presents. What do you think Quentin Tarantino got that? Robert Rodriguez. He wanted to establish himself for who he was, who he is. Take creative control. Yes, Big Trouble in Little China. Same thing. All these films were shat on from the get-go, but now people are appreciating. It's like, fuck. They're going back to review those films and reverse the ratings of back in the day. Now he's just an old guy who likes to smoke weed and make music.
Like video games.
Video games,
It's like
too.
almost a direct quote. I will have to say that he does say that he does that now. Yeah.
He plays video games. Who does that? But still,
You guys do that.
Shit.
Halloween was the first indie film to make a movie like a big budget from the box office.
All right, Edgar, your time is up.
I'm just saying that.
Closing argument.
Yeah,
That it?
John Carpenter with his composing. There's some established shots in his films too. With the Thing still being talked about to this day. Who's the Thing at the end? I can go on and on with John Carpenter, but right now the people right now are giving his flowers to this man.
All right. So,
You have any closing arguments? Sorry.
I think my silence speaks
okay.
louder than words right now.
All right. I think you both bought some good arguments this round. I will say that I will say some of the arguments that Edgar bought, I think that does kind of translate to the both of you are talking about the cultural impact of The Thing. I know Quentin Tarantino was heavily inspired by that film. You know, Reservoir Dogs is basically The Thing with gangsters, right? You know, that's a big one. I would consider The Thing to be one of the best horror films of all time. It's definitely in my category of horror. I like more like monster horror, psychological thriller type of horror. It falls right into that category. I also think something that can translate to both these directors was the reviews not being the best at the time. I know that when Evil Dead first came out, it wasn't as appreciated as it is now. Whereas Spider-Man, that's way different because as a comic book, that one was pretty much a hit right away. They both have had insane cultural impact, so that is a big dub for the both of them. But where I will say, I do believe, objectively speaking, John Carpenter trumps Sam Raimi. I hate to use that word, but you know what I mean. So I'm not going to say that again, and you know why. Anyway, where I believe John. Let me backtrack. Where I believe John Carpenter excels. There we go. Past Sam Raimi. Kind of the similar argument we were making with Rob Rodriguez. I do think that Sam Raimi, and I love both directors. Probably Sam Raimi a little more, if I'm being honest. Where I do think Sam Raimi kind of falls short, where some audiences may not be able to receive his stuff as well, is that there's a lot of campiness. Evil Dead. I love Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness is a fantastic film. It's cheesy as fuck. Damn. That's what it's supposed to be. I understand that, but even with some of the Spider-Man films and some of the other films, like Sam Raimi, he has that very kind of on the nose approach, which I feel like may not translate as well with certain audiences. Whereas John Carpenter, very grounded, very potent, almost real feeling. One of the godfathers of horror in modern times. Whereas I feel like Sam Raimi does well with horror, but I think John Carpenter does it a little bit better. Love, like I said, Thing's one of the best horror films of all time. They Live. I love that alleyway fight. I mean, that's a classic scene.
I understand, Maurice. You're handing me my L. I get it. I get it.
I just want to make sure it's objective. Okay.
I understand.
Love both directors, but this round goes to Edgar. We are tied, y'all. We are tied. We are tied.
For a second there, Sam Raimi was supposed to do The Last of Us. You remember that?
The show?
Yeah, he was tied to it. Yeah, he was tied to it. Yep.
That would have been interesting.
Fucking have Bruce Campbell as Joel.
Now that would not work well.
Yeah, that would not work well. No,
I don't know about that one. That would be weird. But okay, all right.
It's a tie.
So Edgar. So I would say this round. Do we want to just do whoever wins this round? Like that's
I
the
think
end.
so.
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah.
This is team
Sudden
deathmatch.
death.
This is
Yes.
it. This is sudden death. All right. Whoever wins this match is the winner. All right. So Edgar. Since you are the winner of this round, I'm going to let you pick your director. Pick wisely. And make sure you know their filmography, too.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
And you can't pick someone we already done before. So.
Damn it. What, in this round? Or
Yeah, this round you get to pick the director.
No, I'm talking about
any director that we've already picked in a
previous.
round. Yeah, we can't pick them again.
So I can't say Edgar Wright then.
Well, we haven't
never talked about Edgar Wright.
Okay, then Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright?
Yeah, my boy.
Okay. All right. Alberto, do you want me to give you a director or do you want to pick?
Oh, man. I'm going to let you go ahead and pick for me, Maurice.
You're going to pick?
I think I'm going to let you pick for me.
Okay.
Hopefully that's not a mistake.
Yeah, I got a few in my head.
Edgar Wright has Edgar Wright has a perfect fucking filmography.
I got a few things in my head. You let me know what you think. I know you haven't seen a ton of his movies, but I feel like you've at least seen a few. How do you feel about Spielberg?
Spielberg.
I can give you a huge filmography. It's too much, but that would be to your benefit, obviously, because there's a lot of diversity there. You're bound to have seen a decent amount.
I'm hold on to that, but what else you got? What's
we got Spielberg. Guy Ritchie.
I think I'm gonna do Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Spielberg. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're arguing for Spielberg. Okay. So I'm gonna give you. So Edgar Wright. I'm gonna do the filmography. Make sure let me know if you correct me. I'm pretty sure I know most of his movies. Let me know if I'm missing any. So obviously we got the Cornetto trilogy, which is At World's End,
Shaun
of the Dead, and
Hot Fuzz. Yeah.
Hot Fuzz. Okay, cool. And then what? Edgar Wright. That was Baby Driver,
Pilgrim.
right?
Baby Driver.
Yep. Scott Pilgrim.
Yep.
What else?
I think Late Night in Soho, right?
Late Night Soho.
Okay.
I think that's it. He was gonna do Ant-Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. But let me just.
He's double checking Edgar Wright for you, Alberto. Steven Spielberg, that's my boy. Versatile director. We got Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
We got Jaws. We got you've seen Jaws?
Yeah, I've seen.
Okay, you've seen Jaws.
Yeah.
We got Jaws. We got The Color Purple. Schindler's List.
I haven't seen that one either.
Saving Private Ryan.
I haven't seen that one.
Let's see. What else? There's a lot of movies there. The Adventures of Tintin. Ready Player One. That was him.
Okay, I can work with that.
Shoot. So many movies.
He did E.T. also, right?
E.T. Yes, he did E.T.
I haven't seen that one.
I believe he directed both West Side Stories, the new and the original one.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. He directed both of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Want to do Steven Spielberg.
You might want to change it up a little bit. Only he's a good choice, but I feel like because you haven't seen as many of his movies.
May I look and see?
Yeah.
For a director.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing.
All right,
I have a few more
okay.
I can think of for you, but yeah.
Let me.
Guy Ritchie, John Woo. I know you've seen a decent amount of John
Let's
Woo.
see. Let's hold on. Let me. Oh man. Okay, there's gonna be a bit of silence here for a second. We gotta find.
TBD. We're pending finding a director, a worthy opponent for
Right.
Alberto.
I'm looking up old directors. I'm gonna look up like just
Just any director.
just directors. You know what I mean?
Edgar Wright is that's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Oh, you know what? I do have one. Well, no. Do I want to argue that? Well, that's the question.
Decisions, y'all. Decisions. What's the dog's name?
Lilo.
Hi, Lilo. Lilo's into the chat, y'all. Boy, right?
Yeah.
He chilling.
He's just chilling. Yeah, he's a senior now. Okay,
You got it?
I'm gonna go Kevin Smith.
Oh, okay.
Clerks,
I'm
right?
gonna go Kevin Smith. Yeah.
Okay, what else has he directed besides Clerks?
Dogma, Chasing Amy,
Okay.
Mallrats,
Okay.
Tusk, Red State,
Oh, that was him.
Jane Silent Bob Strike Back,
The reboot.
The reboot. He did Yoga Hosers, so that's terrible.
Well, that's like one out of like.
Yeah, that's one. But those are some of the most noteworthy ones.
Mhm.
Of
Okay.
Kevin Smith. Yeah.
Okay.
So I won, right? I
We
go
haven't
first.
even started. We
No, I'm
need
talking
one.
about I go first.
Yes.
Right?
You go first. Okay, all right. We have Edgar Wright versus Kevin Smith. Edgar, convince me. 2 minutes on the clock. Go.
Hold on. Okay, let's start out with Shaun of the Dead, his debut. To this day, I feel like none of them, no one can replicate what he did with Shaun of the Dead, like with comedy and horror, especially in a zombie genre. Okay, no one still has done that. Then we got Hot Fuzz, and we got World's End, his trilogy. To this day, I think it established the director that he is and what he's capable of.
Also established Simon Pegg.
Quentin Tarantino's Shaun of the Dead is one of his favorites.
Why are you always using
just
Quentin
saying.
Tarantino as like your gotcha?
Gotcha.
All right.
And he just brought up he directed Avengers of Tintin. He did Baby Driver.
No, that was Steven Spielberg.
Oh, I think he was.
Adventures of Tintin was Steven Spielberg.
I think he was a writer then, because I just saw that.
Oh, okay, but he was a credit on
Yeah,
that
he
film.
was credited
Okay,
on that.
gotcha.
Because Simon Pegg was in it, so that makes sense. Oh, okay. Baby Driver. Last Night in Soho was another one. And I think he's working on another one right now. It's coming out in November, called The Running Man.
That's the remake or reboot of the Arnold Schwarzenegger
Very
movie.
good one, yes. So, like, there's quotable quotes from each of his films. You can go, like, with the Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, Baby Driver. Well, Baby Driver, come on, the way it
Oh
opens.
God. Okay.
But like the first 20 minutes of that film, you're already hooked, man, with the heist and that cool like one shot when he goes to the coffee shop, and you can see like the lettering of the music on the walls and people dancing along. Like that's all him, man. Like okay, that's Edgar right there. I think he did the same thing with Shaun of the Dead. That one shot when he goes to the convenience store. First, it's all normal people. Then, when the zombie apocalypse shows up, he doesn't even notice that people are like dead on the floor and all that. That's so cool. What's going on?
No. Go ahead.
10 seconds on the clock, Edgar. Closing arguments.
He just, when it's just kind of Tarantino. When you see Edgar Wright in one of his films, or that he has his own style of filmmaking too.
All right. This is going to be a tough round. Alberta, you really got to bring it.
I'll bring it. Don't
You
worry.
really got to bring it. Okay. Kevin Smith. Clock starts now. Go.
Kevin Smith is your favorite director's favorite director. Okay.
Type shit.
Quentin Tarantino personally loves Kevin Smith. Edgar Wright also loves Kevin Smith. You want to talk about underdog? Kevin Smith is the underdog, following in the footsteps of Richard Linklater with Slacker, taking into the footsteps of Robert Rodriguez, another director we talked about on this episode, doing his own thing, setting this movie in a convenience store, selling all of his comic books, everything on the line for his dream of being a filmmaker. And he's still with us today. Look at those pops right there. Immortalized with Clerks 3. That's a movie that made me weep for the first time. I know it sounds crazy, the fucking Kevin Smith movie. But I remember walking out of Clerks 3 and I could not stop myself from crying. Because that was a beautiful end to a trilogy. And that's hard to do sometimes with movies. It's hard to cap off a good trilogy like we did with Christopher Nolan. See, I'm tying everything back together. Kevin Smith knows how to do good trilogies. Yes, he has some stinkers, but the good films outweigh the bad. He knows how to touch the everyday man with Clerks. Someone who's like worked in that environment. You watch Clerks and you relate to it. He knows how to bring pop culture into his films with Star Wars, the MCU. You know what I'm saying? He's even in Call of Duty right now. He's immortalized. You don't have no Edgar Wright in Call of Duty, huh? Come on now. Kevin Smith is that man. He knows what he's doing, and he does it with confidence. Even if he ends up stumbling, and that's totally fine, he still finds a way to stick the landing. And I've said that about a lot of directors I know, but Kevin Smith particularly. A movie like Tusk, which didn't... It's a movie that either is going to win you over or it's not. But you gotta commend him for the guts to make a movie about a man being turned into a fucking walrus.
20 seconds on the clock.
You know? So, for me, Kevin Smith is someone who is underappreciated, someone who manages to win the hearts of his audience members, even if you find his movies to be goofy or not great. He even made Masters of the Universe, the reboot for Netflix. Okay? He is just a man out there wanting to capture the hearts and minds of people who love pop culture. Enough said. If I can do a mic drop, I would, but my dog's right there.
We don't want to break our gear, y'all. All right. This is a tough sudden death round. Once again, Kevin Smith, I feel like he kind of brings us back to like the champion of the underdog. I will always champion the underdog. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. So some of my arguments are going to come from the internet a little bit, not so much audiences, but more just critic reviews. I hate doing that because I don't like looking at critic reviews, but we are talking about movies here, so sorry. Now, Kevin Smith, I still have yet to see the majority of his filmography. I've seen the first Clerks recently, loved it. As someone who is still working the 9-to-5 life, I want to watch the whole trilogy. I think it's
highly recommend.
Yeah, it's genius in what it does. However, if I'm looking at the arguments, I think Edgar brought some good arguments too. Edgar Wright has had an insane cultural impact, an insane impact on film as well. Also, I got to give a shout out to Kevin Smith for appearing in Die Hard 4. He played one of one of the hackers. Yeah, that was a great appearance. If I'm looking objectively, and I do have to be honest, Kevin Smith, he's got some great films. Tusk, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't fuck with that movie. It's nasty.
Fair.
I can't do it. Not my kind of horror. No, absolutely not. If I'm looking objectively from what I can see from the film, from speaking purely from filmography and critic reviews and also audience reviews, Edgar Wright has not made a bad film. From what I can see. Edgar Wright has a solid filmography. Most of his movies are well received. Maybe not by everyone, but most of his movies are very well received. Can't say the same about Kevin Smith. I cannot. Obviously, they both have great movies, but if I'm speaking objectively, I'm speaking about the filmography. I'm speaking about audience reviews. I'm speaking about just overall track record of consistently being great. I'm gonna have to give it to Edgar Wright. It's Edgar Wright.
Oh,
Edgar, I think this is the first 1v1
Yes.
you've ever won, bro. I'm proud of you, dude. You bought it. You bought it, bro. You
damn!
bought
I really
it.
thought I did a great argument.
No, hey, I like both your arguments, but like I said, I'm trying to be as objective as I can.
That's fair.
You
I
know,
get
because
it.
you know me, I champion the underdog, but I can't always let them win. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Y'all. So Edgar, how's it feel to win this 1v1, man? I think this is the first one that you've won in a long time.
This is my second one.
Second one. I forgot the other one.
I don't
but,
know which one, but I won one time.
Yeah, man. Alberto's won most of them,
Most
but
of them,
but how does it feel, bro?
Fucking finally.
Yeah. But no, you really bought it. You really bought the arguments. Try to be as objective as I can. Obviously, this is all opinionated, but try my best. And but yeah, good job, y'all. Great arguments.
Hey, this was
good
fun.
directors. We put some really good people. I feel like got to talk about some really good movies and really good directors. But yeah, man, that's gonna be that.
That's
Alberto, do your thing.
Look, I really enjoyed doing this episode. It's always great to have Maurice on and doing these 1v1s.
Thank you for having me.
It's a great kind of way to decompress from everything else we're going on in life. If there's one thing to take away from this episode, go watch Sinners, because that movie is great.
Absolutely.
Watch it while it's hot. Watch it while it's still in theaters. I still highly recommend that.
And buy the 4K too.
Buy the 4K when it's out. TBD. I mean, I know you said that streaming next week. I don't believe that.
I
but
don't believe that.
Yeah, no, it can't be.
I don't know about that.
I can't be. No. I don't think Cougar would be cool with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But so, anyways, that's the main takeaway, I think. I mean, look, we've had fun doing this 1v1.
Yep.
But I think, Sinners, go watch it.
Go watch it.
Thank you, Maurice, for being on this podcast. We really appreciate you being on here. This is a great one. I hope you guys enjoy listening. I don't think I said this at the top of the episode, but please like and subscribe. Comment down what your favorite director is.
Mm-hmm. We want to know.
What are your rankings for all these 1v1 battles that we've had? Also, follow us on our Instagram. It's at It's Called Two Bros. I know it's a little confusing, but you know what I'm saying. And Maurice, what have you got going on professionally?
Yes, sir. YouTube.com and all social media platforms at Maurice Movement Records, all one word. I'm on all stream platforms under Maurice Hawes. Maurice Hawes is the artist name. Maurice Movement Records is the label name. 6 albums strong. I do hip hop. I do rock. I do metal. I've done a little bit of R&B, some country, alternative. We had to boil it down. We'd say it's alternative. But hey, man, out here releasing the track tomorrow. Going to be doing singles and EPs for the rest of 2025 and 2026 as well. Going to hit y'all with some surprises as well. Tap in and love God, love people.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This has been Two Brothers
And a black guy.
and we will see you guys on the next episode.
Signing out.
Peace.